Hey guys, this is Josh F151 Tech back with another video. And in this video, I actually have some disappointing news regarding the Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway slash modem that I have. So before I actually talk more about this video, before I actually elaborate more, I just want you guys to know that I'm not bashing him or anything. I'm not bashing, the Chester Cheetah name, or anything like that, because of this going on. It's getting, taken care of. I wanted to, actually clear the air on that before I actually started making the video. There seems to be something going on with the firmware in the Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway slash modem, and even other, Chester Cheetah products like the, the other gateway slash modems, whatever you want to call them. So I actually noticed this when I actually updated the firmware to the 2.2 version, I believe it was called. And before that, I forget what actual version it was on, but it was on a, an older version. And I upgraded it, to the newest version. I do that all the time whenever a newer version comes out. But this also seems to be going on with older firmware models as well, or older firmware versions as well, not just, models. It's basically, going on, with the Chester Cheetah version 2, and it's going on with the Chester Cheetah version 1s, and the, other ones that he has. It probably also the SDX 75s, which are actually the newest ones. I don't actually have that one yet, but I'm actually planning on purchasing that one eventually. But what actually is happening here is, as you guys can see, I don't have any of the indicator lights on the gateway itself, on the third-party gateway itself. Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway slash modem, whatever you want to call it itself. So I have the light out, so you guys can actually see these indicators better. So there's not, as much of a glare. It still can be a little bit difficult to see here on the camera. But if you actually see here, I actually have the power indicator right there. And then I have the Wi-Fi, which I don't actually have the Wi-Fi connected. I'm actually using this on a mesh system. I actually have a Google Nest Wi-Fi Pro 6E mesh Wi-Fi system, and I have like 4 nodes that I'm actually using. So it's not actually allowing me to turn off the Wi-Fi either. It's not, responding, basically in the admin page, and it's also not showing the 4G or the 5G indicator lights. But the weird thing is, I actually am connected to the internet. I can actually, show you guys right now. Hey Google, turn on Josh's room light. And as you can see, I am connected to the internet. Obviously I wouldn't, be able to do that, if I wasn't connected to the internet. So I'm going to actually turn this back out. I'll just turn it off down here. But it's acting very weird. I don't really know what's going on with it. He told me that they're going to actually be pushing out a firmware update to actually fix this, and he said at the beginning, when I let him know what was going on with it, I thought it was like a physical problem. I thought it was something going on, physically with the, the chip or something, in the gateway itself. But he tried to run, over some troubleshooting steps with me and stuff, like that. But it was to no avail. It didn't respond. And I also tried factory resetting it, and that didn't respond. It didn't respond to that either. So something is actually going on with the firmware itself. He doesn't really, know what's going on with it. Because he's not the developer really. He's the he's basically the person that sells them. He sells them, and he basically, repairs them if there's something going on with them. But the developer, his developer, that he actually gets the things from, the stuff from, he actually told me that he was waiting on the developer to get back to him on this, and he's going to send me a link to the firmware when something gets resolved. So it's not anything physically going on with it, because I'm actually connected to the internet, as you guys could see there. And I've had really good speed still, but I'm not going to do any speed tests, until this gets resolved, because I don't really think it's a good idea, to do speed tests and stuff, with it like this. I just want to get it back to how it's supposed to be. And according to him, he said that it just seems to be some kind of a glitch, with the firmware, or with the, admin page, and with the, gateway itself, which the firmware is the stuff that controls everything, so, it's not anything, like physically wrong with it, like I said, so I'm not bashing him or anything, I'm applauding him in this video, so if you're watching this video, I really am thankful for the, the technical support, that he's given me, at this time, with this going on. I reached out to him and I told him, what was going on, and he actually took control of my computer a couple of times, to try to resolve it, and, he tried to factory reset it himself, and he saw what was going on with it, and then he reached out to his developer, and now we're basically playing the waiting game, to figure out, what's actually going on, with it. It's not anything physical, like I said, which is a good thing. He told me that. He said it's something to do with the firmware, that's going on. And he did tell me, he actually told me, he said that there was one other person, that has been having this issue as well. So I'm not the only, person that has been having this issue. So that's definitely a good thing. It's not a good thing, but, it's definitely a good thing that I'm not the only one, having this issue. So he told me that there was one other person, that was having the same issue as me. So it's a good thing, that it doesn't seem, like it's anything, physically wrong with it, that's the thing. So, if it was anything physically wrong with it, I'm sure that, they would be, getting back to me, and telling me, to turn it in, come, to them and, send it back to them, ship it back to them, so they could fix it, if it's something physical like that, or something like that, but I don't really think it's anything like that. He did tell me, to basically stand by, and wait for the firmware update. He told me that he's going to send me a link, to the firmware update when it's available, from his developer. So, that's basically, what I'm doing now. I'm just playing the waiting game now. I basically just have to wait. It's not really the end of the world. That's the thing. It's not like it's not working. The only thing is, like basically anything that you try to do, in the admin page, it's like the stuff, like the stats and everything, they're like not showing up in there. It's like everything's blank. But it's acting, it's offline, but it's acting like it's, it's online is basically what I'm trying to say. It's online, but it's acting like it's offline is basically what I'm saying, so, it's not also, it's also not showing the indicator lights, as you can see, and I actually did turn off the Wi-Fi, in the admin page, and it's not responding to me, as you guys can see, the power indicator there, and then the Wi-Fi, is actually still on when it should be off, because I turned it off in the admin page, and it's not responding. And then as you guys can see there, you can see the 4G, and you can see the 5G icons there. They're also not lit up, like they normally are. So, but, I'm connected to the internet, so I'm not, really like too worried about it, but I definitely do want to be able to, customize it, how I want to, especially after I factory reset it. So right now, basically I can't really mess with anything. I can't mess with the band locking. I can't mess with the tower locking. I can't mess with the VPN. I can't mess with the, network mode switching, anything like that, but, I have been, able to get by with it. I'm still, able to use it, physically physically. It's not like it's actually, not connected to the internet or anything, and that's what he told me. He actually told me, well, as long as you're online, that seems like it's a firmware issue, so it's something, going on with the firmware. It's not anything, going on, physically with the, gateway itself. It's not anything, going on with the chip or anything inside of it or anything like that. So, that's definitely a good sign, like he said, he's going to send me a link, or, they're going to, put it on the website, that like an immediate update, basically, what I'm thinking is he's probably going to push out like a major update, to all units, probably to fix this, so it doesn't happen, in the future or anything, or it doesn't happen, for other, users. But, I'm confident in him, that he will, get this resolved. He did tell me that. He told me not to, really worry about it, that he's going to get it resolved. So I trust in him. He's a very, mindful, good person. So if you are watching this video, Chester Tech Repairs, I really appreciate everything you've done, and your support and everything. I really do appreciate that. And for those of you that are actually watching this, again, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm not bashing him. I'm not, trying to, make him lose money or anything like that. I'm not saying don't, buy Chester Tech Repairs stuff or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. I don't want to bash him or anything, but I figured that I would update you guys on this, and just let you guys know, about this, so if you guys are also having the same problem, or if you come across this, and you have the same problem, just know that a fix is actually in the works, that he's actually working on it, with his developer, and, they're working on, getting a fix out there, because, like I said in the beginning of the video, he's a very, very intelligent person. He knows a lot. Like I said, he took control of my computer, and he tried to fix it. He was doing some stuff in there, and trying to, fix it. But unfortunately, it looks like it's, out of his hands now, so he had to contact his developer. And, we're going to have to just, play the waiting game is basically what we're going to have to do, until it actually gets fixed. But, definitely let me know, down below in the comments if anybody else has been having the same issue. And also, reach out to him, on the Chester Tech Repairs website if you guys are having this issue, so he knows that there's more people having this issue, or if there's not more people having this issue. That's the good thing. He definitely, deserves to know, if people are having this issue, if more people are having this issue, or if it's just a select few. But he told me that there's one other person that is having this issue as well. So in my opinion, there's probably going to be more, people that are probably going to come across this issue or start having this issue. So, the good thing is, like I said, the two takeaways, the good thing is, is that it's not, actually anything physical. It's actually like something to do with the firmware. It's not anything to actually do with the gateway itself, like physically, like the chip or anything inside of it. And the other good thing is, you said that there's going to be a firmware, update pushed out to fix this. So I'm thinking, maybe it might be a custom firmware, for only people that are having the problem, or, if more and more people start having this problem, it could be a major update, that they have to push out, to everybody, to fix it, basically, for whoever has these. But, just, bear in mind, like I said, if you guys do have this issue, that's why I wanted to make a video on it. If you guys do have this issue, definitely reach out to him and let him know, on the Chester Tech Repairs website. I'm going to leave a link down below in the description, to the Chester Tech Repairs website, and, let him know, message him on there, via chat, and definitely be sure to let him know, if you guys are having the same exact issue that I'm having. And, that's the thing, like, if he knows more people, are actually having it, that's the thing, they can kind of, pinpoint, what's causing it and stuff, that's the thing. The more people, that actually reach out to him and let him know, if they're having the same issue, is actually the better, if more people are actually having the issue, because they can pinpoint it, and kind of go from there, and see how many people are having the issue. And like I said, he said it was actually, he said that the issue was actually persistent on an older firmware version. Somebody was actually running an older firmware version. They were running like 158 or something like that, he said, instead of 220, I believe it is, which is the newest one. I believe that's the newest one. But he said that they were running an older firmware version, and the same thing happened, for that person as well. So, but like I said, in the beginning of the video, I can't stress this enough. I'm not saying, don't go out and buy Chester Tech Repairs stuff. I'm not saying, I'm not bashing him or anything. I definitely, still recommend him, like I said, because he's been very helpful with this. Some people would just say, oh, well, I don't know what to tell you. Or, some people would honestly say, well, maybe if it's past the warranty or something, I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to try to fix it, or anything like that. So, kudos to him, for definitely, sticking by me, with this happening. And, like I said, I'm sure that he would stick by anybody, because that's just how he is. He's a very good person. From what I've, talked to him, I've talked to him on, on the chat a few times and everything, and, we have a pretty good, relationship, if you will, so I want to keep it that way. Like I said, I don't, I'm not bashing him by any means, that's the thing. And, I still, highly recommend, if you want a third-party gateway, or a third-party gateway / modem, I highly recommend, Chester Tech Repairs, because like I said, he's a very helpful person, and not only that, he has really good prices, on his stuff. I've seen other prices, from places like Suncom and stuff like that, and, they don't really seem to be, honestly, they don't really seem to be, too, good, from what I've read online and stuff, about Suncom and stuff like that, and other, third-party sellers and stuff, so, but like I said, that's basically the video. I just wanted to get a, basically a quick video out and talk about this. Like I said, there is a fix incoming. He told me that. He said he's going to, reach back out to me, and send me a link for the new firmware when it does come out. Or, it's probably going to be, out publicly, on the actual, Chester Tech Repairs website, so I'll, keep checking, on there, in the coming days, I'll definitely keep you guys updated on this, and let you guys know, when there is a fix available, or when, they, find out what's going on with it. Like I said, the good thing is it's not anything physically going wrong with it. And it's going to be able to be fixed, via a firmware update. So that's definitely a, a promising thing. That's definitely a good thing, that I don't have to, send the gateway, back to him or anything, and to have it, physically worked on. So that's definitely a good thing. So, but that's basically where we're at, so I'm not going to really be doing any speed test videos until we get this straightened out. I am going to actually do a video probably talking about when I'll actually be getting the SDX75 gateway / modem. I'm going to be talking more into detail about that on another video, and that's basically where we're at. So like I said, I still recommend third-party gateways. I'm not bashing him by any means. I'm just basically getting a video out to talk about this with you guys, because like I said, I like to keep you guys in the loop and keep you guys updated on stuff, and I figured that I would keep you guys updated on this, not only for myself, but for other people, if they're experiencing this problem as well. Like I said, the more people that actually message him and, let him know that this is going on, the better, so they can actually, get to the bottom of it. More people, that actually have the problem. It's not good that there's a problem, but, if they can get more people, that have the problem, depending on what ones they have, if you have the Chester Cheetah version 1, gateway / modem and you're having that problem, or if you have the the Chester Cheetah, version 2 gateway / modem, if you have the Ninja, if you have the, the other ones that he sells, the Invisigig, stuff like that, if you have, those gateways, and people are also having the problem, they can kind of pinpoint it, between the different, models of gateways, and basically, come up with a fix, basically for all the gateways. So, but that's basically where we're at. Like I said, I don't want to bash him or anything. He's a very good person, a very great, helpful person. Like I said, I've said this in my other videos before, he has his own company. They're actually based in New York. They're called Cheetah Tech Repairs. So I really don't think that he's gonna, not, do anything about this. That's the thing. I mean, if you're a business person, you're obviously gonna have to, stand behind your work, and you're gonna have to, fix your stuff. That's what good business people do. That run a business. So like I said, I trust in him. I trust that there's gonna be a fix for this. And now we just have to play the waiting game. Like I said, I am connected to the internet, so it's not really the end of the world. It's not like I don't have internet access or anything, so it's not really, that big of a deal. Basically, the only thing that's going on is the indicator lights are not working how they should. And also, the admin page is not really working how it should. So, I'm definitely, like I said, I'm definitely going to be keeping you guys updated on this. And like I said, I'm not bashing him by any means. I still, highly recommend, Cheetah Tech Repairs, for anything that you need, third-party gateways, chips, stuff like that, basically anything, anything that he sells. I'm all the way behind him, so I really, do trust in him. So, but anyway, yeah, guys, that's basically the video, and like I said, I will keep you guys updated on this. When there's a fix for this, I'll definitely let you guys know, and I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll keep you guys in the loop, like I like to say. So anyway, yeah, guys, so like I said, just wanted to get this video out there, and if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and until next time, guys.